Buenas a todos, soy de los rateros, bienvenidos a mi canal. Estamos en Hogwarts Legacy, capítulo 6 y vamos a continuar. Este de aquí. Este de aquí. Venga, se acabó de comer ya. Vamos a ponernos bien esto. Vale, vamos a ir a la clase de Herbologia. Lejos, 160 metros. Vamos a teletransportarnos, que total. Vestíbulo central. ¡Magia! ¡Magia! Y hoy estoy un poco tonto. Venga, vamos a hacer... Vamos a aprender pociones y cosas. ¡Ah! ¡Qué susto me ha dado! ¡Cago en la hostia! Te escapa que no sabes usar Lumons. Ah. Vamos a los invernaderos. Oh, me encanta este juego.
Revelio.
Ahí está. Sonaba muy cerca. ¡Uy! Salto. Me he caído.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Aún no podemos abrir aquí. Venga, vámonos. Nuevas clases. ¿Cómo me gusta?
Good morning, Professor Garlic.
How wonderful it is to see you again, Lenora dear. Oh, here. You'll need these for today's class. A little treat for your auntie.
Ese favoritismo.
Ah, hello. Class, please welcome the newest rose in our garden. We
Venga.
do look forward to growing together. How thrilling it is to have everyone back together again. This year will be filled with enchantment and excitement, but the most important thing cultivated in herbology is knowledge. The prudent herbologist is no more afraid of the venomous tentacula than the bouncing bulb. Now then, today we will be acquainting ourselves with the mellifluous tuber known as the mandrake root.
Raíz de mandrágora.
Adieu.
Venga, tapones en los oídos.
Let's see if we can't make our fibrous friends a bit more comfortable, shall we? First, let's protect our ears.
Oh, como en la película 1, como en la piedra filosofal.
Now, everyone, grip their mandrake by the tendrils and give it a firm tug.
Un tirón fuerte.
Quickly, place your mandrake in the new pot and pat down the soil.
Va adentro. Vale.
The soil should envelop the root like a warm, dirty blanket, putting the mandrake right at ease.
Qué guay.
Reparo!
Reparo.
I'm very sorry about that. Yours was a bit mature, I'm afraid. All right then, off you go. Splendid work, everyone.
La nuestra está un poco madura.
Now for our next task, we'll be planting dittany at our potting tables. You can all get started.
I wonder if hippogriffs like knotgrass.
Yes, Professor.
Firstly, well done with your mandrake. They can be rather difficult to get a grasp of.
Ha sido
Actually, I
divertido.
enjoyed it. I couldn't help but catch your enthusiasm.
How kind of you. It seems you're already taking to herbology like a mandrake to fresh soil. Now, as I mentioned, next we'll be planting dittany. Let us find you some seeds.
I already have some, Professor. Picked them up in Hogsmeade.
You visited the Magic Neep. Wonderful. A prepared student is bound to bloom.
Perfecto.
I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom. Wasn't easy to spare one on such late notice. Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later. Even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic, they will take time to grow.
Let's see how to balance my star thistle arrangement. Niffler's fancy or roses?
Dittany's restorative properties
una
make it
maceta.
a vital ingredient in the
Interactuamos.
Wiggenweld potion, as you all should know from Professor
Rico.
Sharp's class.
10 minutillos. Rendimiento 5.
Well done! Once it can be harvested, your Dittany will be ready to use in Wiggenweld potion. I'll let Professor Sharp tell you about that.
Os juro que he leído
What say
Profesor
we
Snape.
branch out? Introduce you to a different sort of flora, the Chinese chomping cabbage. You'll find that some plants are better suited to uses outside of a cauldron. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on. Be a dear and let them have a good chomping.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge leading out of this room. Your classmate, Mr. Pruitt, has kindly offered to accompany you. Come back and see me when you're finished. Oh, and mind your fingers. They do bite.
No sé por qué, me lo he imaginado que las de esto que muerden, mordían.
Hello. Saw you on your way to Hogsmeade the other day. Nice to meet you. I'm Leander. I'll be showing you the Chinese chomping cabbages. Up these stairs will take us there. But your lead.
Vale.
Nice work in Defense Against the Dark Arts, by the way.
Excuse me?
Your duel with Sebastian. And he's good. Thinks he's really good. But you outright slaughtered him. It was brilliant.
Oh,
Sebastián no es mala gente, ¿eh?
thank you.
Es de
I needed to
Slytherin,
put
pero bueno.
Sebastian in his place myself. Here we are. Home of the Chinese chomping cabbage. Go on. Grab a few of those. Now, see that dummy? Just toss the cabbages at it. And they'll do the
Primero,
rest.
cogemos todas.
Look at that. They'll chomp on anything they can
Why?
get their mouths on. Mum planted some in her garden last year to keep the gnomes out. Did save her the de-gnoming, but they left her honking daffodils in tatters. Vicious little bastards, aren't they? My kind of plants. Not like stupid booba tubers and bouncing bulbs. The kind of plants that'd have your back in a fight. Not saying you can't go it alone, but... Well, imagine that wasn't a dummy.
I suppose they could prove useful outside of the
Hombre, que sí
greenhouse.
podrían ser útiles.
Nothing wrong with a bit of backup, even if it is from a cabbage.
It's chaos out there. Trolls in Hogsmeade and such. You can't be above throwing a cruciferous vegetable if necessary. Dogweed and deathcap has more of them, if you're keen. Other plants too. Ones your parents wouldn't plant in the garden. You get the idea. Anyway, we probably ought to head back to class.
El
Take your
señor
time. I'll see you back in class.
es un poco raro, ¿eh? Mandrágora, poción de invisibilidad, freno brebaje, poción máxima. ¡Epa! La poción Endurus. A mí. Esto de regalo. Souvenir.
And with that helpful reminder as to why we should always wear our dragon hide gloves, I shall end our lesson here. Terribly sorry, Mr. Clopton.
I tended to the Chinese chomping cabbages, Professor.
Remarkable plants, aren't they? I hope they weren't too much trouble. Oh, don't see any bite marks or missing digits. And good, as you do seem to be quite green-fingered. Oh, I'm eager to see your skill in the soil continue to blossom.
Ya veremos.
Magical plants have so much to offer. I'm eager to learn more.
I'm glad. Herbology is a bounteous subject. Tend to your garden, and it will tend to you. Huh. Well, I suppose that's everything. Do come by for a chat sometime. I so enjoy checking in with my new students.
Un poquito rara esta profesora, pero bueno. La clase de herbología.
Those mandrakes are really relishing their new pots. Only cost me my damned hearing.
I should think Professor Garlick would be more careful with her mandrakes.
Ya
I've
hace.
always said that travel broadens the mind.
Bien. Siguiente misión. Aula de pociones. Sí, señor. Es este de aquí. Vestíbulo central. Vamos a ir al vestíbulo central. El vestíbulo central podremos movernos bien. Venga.
Maybe Aura's or someone from the Ministry guarding the school after the incident in Hogsmeade.
Revelio.
Professor Black would never allow that. It would make him look completely incompetent, which he is.
Vamos.
I saw an aura bag and Professor Sharp's desk. I bet he knows more than he's letting on about the Goblin Rebellion.
Interesante.
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school. As fifth years, you will be required to reach new heights of both discipline and intellect. You will begin this term by brewing a Wigan-Weld potion. Mr. Takar, can you tell us why this particular potion might come in handy?
Yes, Professor Sharp. The Wigan-Weld potion can be used to sterilize and even heal a variety of injuries.
It can heal some injuries, but not all. Points for Ravenclaw. Before today's class is completed, each of you will have brewed a Wigan-Weld potion of your own. You never know when you might need it. Please begin.
Venga. Vamos allá. Pero
Use a strong, even motion when crushing your ingredients. Please be meticulous when adding powder to your potions. One errant sneeze could be disastrous.
cinco gotas. Movemos la poción. Yo creo que ha ido bien, ¿eh?
I see most of you have not forgotten how to stir. Not an easy potion to brew. Well done. And from what I hear of your recent exploits in Hogsmeade, you'd also do well to practice brewing the defensive Edurus potion. Professor Weasley had you acquire the recipe from J. Pippin's, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. For the moment, you can find the ingredients you need in my office. But in the future, you'll be expected to provide your own ingredients. Some can be harvested from the plants you grow in your herbology class, and rarer ones can be purchased. Others, however, may be harder to obtain, and will require you to be a bit more resourceful. Come and see me when you've finished brewing, and we'll see if it was skill or luck the first time around.
Vale.
My parents considered
Vamos
keeping
a
me
por
home from school this
ingredientes.
year after the rumors.
Did I hear Professor Sharp say that you have permission to go into his office?
He did say that. He wants me to get more ingredients to brew another potion.
Brilliant! You, my friend, have been presented with an extraordinary opportunity. You remember me, don't you? Gareth Weasley.
Sí, sí, me acuerdo de ti.
Yes. We met in the common room.
Listen, anyone with a troll-sized brain can brew an Edurus potion. I'm working on something that's certain to be spectacular.
¿Qué quieres que
Just
robe?
missing one tiny last ingredient that will add that extra spark.
I suspect that's where I come in.
You're as clever as I'd hoped. I simply need a single Fwooper feather. As you'll already be in Sharp's office with his permission, perhaps you could grab it for me.
Ay. Vamos a meternos en líos.
I'll
Vamos
get you the Fwooper feather, as long as you're certain Sharp won't miss it.
I assure you he won't. Fwooper feathers aren't that valuable. Wait until you see what I'm brewing. Hurry back to me when you have the feather.
A ver.
Your potion should not be that color.
Yo lo saqueo todo. ¿La pluma?
Your potion station's organized and free of clutter.
Here's the Fwooper feather you wanted.
Brilliant! Thank you! This is going to take a moment to brew. You should get back to brewing your Edurus potion, and I'll tell you when this concoction's finished.
A ver la que va a liar esto.
Should you chop the Dittany or crush it? The wrong answer could result in the unfortunate loss of your eyebrows.
Vamos a hacer esto. Tiempo de elaboración. 30 segundos. Vale. Ah, que pensaba que todas las pociones tenían minijuego de... Hubiera estado muy guay, ¿eh? Todas con el minijuego. Venga. Y listo.
And now we add the mallow sweet, and... That's odd. What's happening? Wait, it's not supposed to... Ah! Dragon Dung! What happened?
Well done, Gareth.
What now, Mr. Weasley?
Sorry, Professor.
That'll be points from Gryffindor. Again. Mr. Weasley did not do this on his own. His accomplice will answer to me as well.
Ya la hemos liado, pero bueno.
I brewed an Edurus potion as you asked, Professor.
I'm surprised you had the time. You seemed rather busy helping Mr. Weasley brew chaos.
O sea, ¿a qué se
I'm not
refiere?
sure what you're talking about, Professor.
You will not earn favor with me by failing to take responsibility for your actions. I suggest you heed my warning. As for the work you did today at your own cauldron, I will say you've done well. I confess I was skeptical, given the advanced nature of this class and the fact you're a new student.
I'm glad I was able to meet your expectations.
A rare occurrence. And you do well to remember that you're not a potions master quite yet. In addition to having a solid grasp of how to combine various ingredients, you should gain an understanding of the ingredients themselves. Pay particular attention in herbology. The plants you nurture there are often essential to the potions you brew here. Now, I recommend that you find a safe location in which to practice brewing. You cannot leave a hot cauldron simply anywhere. That'll be all.
Vale.
I think each of us has had enough excitement for one day. Class is dismissed.
Se acabó la clase.
Professor Sharp must have learned a lot during his time as an Auror.
Ugh, my robes are going to reek from Gareth's inspiration for the rest of the term.
Está
What are you
gratis.
up to now?
Vale, herbología y pociones, Qué guay. Misiones. Vamos a ver las misiones. Vale, pues vamos a hacer esta, ¿no? Realizar el mapa. Ah, no. Tenemos que ir al quinto. Bueno, pues nos vamos a ir camino hacia allí tranquilamente. Porque no sé si podemos teletransportar a más cercano. Estamos relativamente cerca. No creo que sirva de nada ahora intentar teletransportarnos. Yo creo que nos retrasará más que otra cosa. Este tiene pinta de que va a tener una...
Revelio.
Ah, pues no.
You can get all sorts of
La tenía el jarrón este de aquí, seguro.
not just common. I can't say I feel the need for that.
Se escucha muy cerca, pero no... Escoba rota. Vámonos.
A meat card is all ready.
Hacia allí. Hay que caminar un buen trecho, Tengo una escoba. Darme la escoba. Estaría guay que me dierais la. 500 metros.
Handy resource indeed. You're
Habla de animales. Bien. Esto es bueno. Va. O palos para mí. ¡Ey! Que me he equivocado de camino. Vamos por el camino que no es. Vamos para arriba, vamos para arriba. Hombre, los saltarines hay que coger ingredientes. Que los necesitaremos para las pociones. Y bueno, acabaremos el episodio. Estemos llegando allí. Así, día de clases. Y el próximo episodio, aventura. Mira qué guapo Hogwarts. Ah, bueno, uy, va. Cuidado con el... Mira por dónde va. No. Vamos a pegar un leñazo. Cuervos estos.
off on another adventure, are we?
Conejo. La cabaña de Hagrid. Let's go. Sí, es la cabaña de Hagrid. O sea que me atacaba,
Revelio.
No. Hay que entrar. Salimos por la puerta de atrás. Campo de calabaza.
This looks intriguing.
Estos lugares son míticos. Todos los que hemos visto Harry Potter nos ha gustado y demás.
It is good to see you, my friend.
Vale. Tenemos 25 minutos. Vamos a hacer capítulo un poquito largo y nos vamos de aventura.
Hello, Natty. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. I was there, and I saw what happened with Rookwood and Harlow at the Three Broomsticks. I have been worried about you.
I'm all right at the moment.
If you don't mind my asking, why were they looking for you?
Quieren algo que
They
encontré.
want something that Professor Fig and I found at Gringotts.
When were you at Gringotts?
Just before we came to Hogwarts. In fact, it's why I was late to the sorting ceremony. A portkey brought us there after the dragon attacked our carriage.
What on earth?
There's one more thing. It's a bit odd, if I'm honest. Professor Fig says I have a rare connection to a powerful form of ancient magic.
What does that mean?
I'm still learning, but I can see traces of it, and I've cast magic I can't otherwise explain. I know that's a lot to absorb.
It is. And I will have more questions. For now, it is safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us, to all of us, which is why I wanted to speak to you. Everyone has been talking about you defending Hogsmeade from that troll attack. And I shall never forget watching Serona stand up to Rookwood and Harlow in the Three Broomsticks. Both of you have inspired me to take a stand of my own.
What sort of stand?
Men like Rookwood and Harlow are the reason my mother and I left Matibililand. I am not going to sit by and watch them destroy my new home.
Good. Rookwood and Harlow are a dangerous pair. And you should know that Rookwood is in league with Ranrock.
I had heard they were seen in Hogsmeade together. All the more reason they must be stopped. Rumor has it that Theophilus Harlow runs Rookwood's day-to-day operations. Taking him down would cripple Rookwood's entire enterprise.
That may be true, but shouldn't Officer Singer handle someone like Harlow?
I spoke with her. She was polite, but perhaps understandably would not discuss details with a student. I overheard some of Rookwood's lot talking about a massive poaching operation that Harlow is planning. I was thinking that we could investigate a bit, try to get the evidence that Officer Singer needs.
All right, but how?
I am going to watch and listen, find out precisely what Harlow is up to. I shall reach out when I know more. In the meantime, remember, I am here if you need me.
Thank you, Natty.
Be on your guard.
Vale.
I've always said that travel broadens the...
I beg your pardon. How dare you threaten me?
Son tiendas.
What's going on here?
¿Qué está pasando ahí?
I never thought Ranrock's loyalists would go this far.
A ver, 7 minutillos más, que estoy viciado, A ver qué pasa aquí.
They must have come this way. Think!
I've no idea who it is you think I might have seen. I've been busy with my research. I do not have time to...
Victor Rookwood don't give a doxy's nip back your time. Oi! Speak of the devil. Mr. Rookwood would like a word with you.
A student? You can't be...
Enough out of you.
Leave her alone.
Stupefy!
There you are. Not to do that.
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes.
Vale, se ha actualizado la colección de la guardia de los campos. Vale.
I'm not going anywhere with you. Tell Rookwood to find me himself.
Clumsy little fool. Expulse you so how to get that proper fool, that is. Take off. Nice drive.
Vale, a ver. ¿Sí? Pues te reviento. te convierto en una gallina. ¿Dónde está la gallina esa?
What on earth just happened? I've never been accosted in such a manner, and so close to Hogwarts.
¿Está bien, señora?
Are you all right?
I am, thanks in no small part to your excellent defensive skills. Care to tell me why 2 Ashwinders were ready to dispatch me to get to you?
Ashwinders?
Victor Rookwood's thieves and extortionists, his little cronies. They seemed quite keen on you.
It's a long story, but thank you for your help.
Well, you've avoided them for the moment. Priya warned me things were getting dangerous. Best get moving on my research before they return.
Interesante. No sé quién es Piri.
You mentioned someone named Priya.
Yes, my wife. She's the one who piqued my interest in Merlin. Gave me a book when we were students at Hogwarts. Typical hard-working Hufflepuff, brilliant potioneer, has her own shop in Nocturne Alley. She's a travelling vendor. Hears what's going on in the Highlands before I do.
You're a researcher?
Nora Treadwell at your service, historian and archaeologist specialising in Merlin's work and life.
Extraordinario.
Merlin? Of the legend of King Arthur?
The very same. Merlin attended Hogwarts, you know, and I'm studying some curious fixtures he left here centuries ago.
Fixtures?
These vine-covered pillars, dozens of them, all around the area. I've taken to calling them the Trials of Merlin. I believe he created them as a diversion for his fellow Slytherins. He was terribly fond of puzzles and enigmas.
I can see why you're so interested in Merlin. I'd be keen to know more about the trials.
Well then, I'll let you in on a little secret. No one has yet managed to figure out how they work. But I believe I have just unlocked a crucial clue. I suspect that Mallowsweet is an important component in getting the trials to work.
Mallowsweet?
Versatile herb. Merlin repeatedly mentioned it in his writings. I had just arrived to test my theory when I was so rudely interrupted. You see, each swirl in Merlin's writing has a symbol in the centre. That started me thinking, what if...
The Mallowsweet is meant to be placed at the centre of the symbols.
Precisely. Would you care to do the honours? We can see what comes of our little hypothesis. I brought a trunk chock full of Mallowsweet with me. It's just over there by my tent.
Mira, muchas gracias.
This trunk?
Yes, take plenty, even if you already have some.
I have the Mallowsweet.
Lovely. Now, notice the vines on these pillars here, as well as a stone swell on the ground. Each trial has these features. Place the Mallowsweet on the swirl, and we'll see what happens. My word! Did you see that? The vines disappeared.
What should I do now?
This is uncharted territory. I am curious about these pyres.
Vale. Creo que ya sé lo que tengo que hacer.
Incendio.
Pues... Acción. No, este es el de sí.
Reparo. Revelio.
Vale. Vale, hay que acercarse y...
Incendio. The flames make the pyre sink.
Vale.
How beautiful.
Completado. Let's go.
Day, I can hardly believe it.
De nada, señora, le he resuelto.
I take it we can call that a success?
We can indeed. However, I now have even more questions. How does it work? I must review my notes. I may have missed something.
Are all of the trials like this one?
Oh, not precisely. Well, I think each has those telltale vines and the swirl on the ground. You should feel free to solve them as you come across them. I believe I have what I need to continue my research. My guess is that each will also require mallow sweet, which you can find in Hogsmeade should you need more. I really must be off. Such a pleasure to meet you. And do be careful out here. Now, I've got what I needed. I shall return to the safety of my
Revelio
and books.
Vale, pues tenemos las pruebas de Merlín. Epa, 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 mira. Vale. Guardado. Ha explotado.
Sir Nicholas, our house ghost, is looking for you. You can find him near the Great Hall.
Os busca el fantasma. Ah, Nick casi quedó decapitado. Es buena gente. Vale, quiero...
Revelio.
No, Revelio no. Quería... Mierda. Quería tirar tap. ¿Era la I? La I es el inventario. ¿Era la R? ¿La T? La T. La T para los hechizos. A ver, tenemos el de invisible. Yo quiero... A ver, vamos a ver. Levioso. El de invisibilidad está guay. Lo voy a dejar aquí. Axio lo quiero. Levioso era para quitar los estos, ¿verdad? Para las noches. Y incendio para hacer daño. Incendio, esto se queda así. Bueno. Si hago acción. Vale. Que puedo mover cosas. Vale. Pues... Es que tengo muchísimas ganas de perderme haciendo misiones secundarias y mierdas por aquí. Pero no. ¿Y esto qué es una casa? Ah, no, esto es... Estatuas de Miguise, cofres de la colección... Bueno. ¿Esto qué es? Pruebas de Merlín. Ah, mira, ahora me salen las pruebas de Merlín marcadas en el mapa. Hogsmeade. Vale. Es más grande de lo que me pensaba, el juego. Pero esto tendrá que ser para otra ocasión, porque vamos a dejarlo por aquí. Llevamos casi 40 minutos, así que ahora sí, sin más dilación, gracias por ver este vídeo. Suscribiros si queréis, compartirlo y nos vemos en el siguiente vídeo. Chao.